Yo, 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 what it do, peeps? This is J God coming at you with another reaction. This isn't one of my normal videos where I'm reacting to like music or something funny. But someone mentioned this to me, not necessarily to react to, but just to check it out. And I thought, why not have y'all check it out with me? So this one is called Mom Horrified After 12-Year-Old Son Confesses. I'm like, confesses to what? Be so many outcomes. So based on what I'm seeing here, I can guess, and I'm not. But before we get started, like the video, y'all. Okay? If you like it, click like. If you kind of like it, click like. If you don't like it, click like. Okay? That just helps me out. I'm not asking y'all to donate or subscribe, but if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. But if you don't, I understand. But just hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. I'll wait. All right, that's enough time. I figured hopefully y'all at least feel y'all hit it. Doubt it. But please. Anyways, I'm going to go again right to it. If there's anything else you guys want me to react to, leave it in the comments. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, and any comments either to this video or anything else you guys want me to check out, let me know. Let's get it. Why he sound like? I had to turn it up. Sorry.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were
I got it too
somewhere
loud.
else?
My bad.
That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
This is that serious.
Wait, is that him?
Well, you don't understand that you just
Hold on. Who is he?
know who
Is he
did it.
12?
You're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. I said I don't know.
When the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period of several days in the same neighborhood.
Okay, hold on. There's just so much to unwind in that little intro. First of all, I thought it was only one son. There's 2? And what does he talk about? Was that the mom? Like, why did you have me ratting and confessing if I was going to get charged anyways? Hey, I feel him on that one. If I was going down for this, regardless, why you got me snitching? I'm a child, okay? I don't know no better. If you say, I'm going to let you go free if you tell me who did it, I'm going to be like, him. But if you say, you going to jail anyways, so you may as well tell me who did it. I'm going to jail anyways. Lock me up. Okay? Just don't throw away the key. But you can go ahead and lock me up if that's what you're going to do. But I ain't snitching if I'm locked up anyways. But if you say I can go today, he right there.
Marion County, Florida. The police didn't know what to think. This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming
Just
each
iced
other.
coffee, y'all.
The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted.
That boy
to
looks
believe.
older than 12.
The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023.
This was just last year.
911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying. I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side. Like on what side?
No, just turn her on her side so she...
Why does he sound so calm? Hey, there's a girl outside and it looks like she's effing dying. I don't know. She's dying. I mean, does it matter what side I turn her on? Do I turn her left or right? She's gargling on her blood. Bro, can you be a little more, you know what I'm saying? Like, show me that you got some feelings or care or something. You called. Damn, just too calm. That's tough.
choke on the blood, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear her.
No.
Is she breathing?
She's breathing. Do you know how far that
Can we
is?
get off the call?
I don't have any ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
She's not responsive? No, not responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing. Young girl, younger girl? Yeah, she was right there and that's been moved. She was right there, right? Yeah. There's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that. No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly. Yeah, I immediately thought she had got, like, hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head. Yeah. So I wasn't aware. Oh, yeah. She's laying down, it's all pulled out. I mean, it was. And she was still breathing? Rapid breathing. Yeah. But I don't know. Medic said she ain't gonna think it. Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You didn't hear nothing at all? She told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun?
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Damn, that was a while ago.
Gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And
Hold on, didn't she just say 2 or 3?
And then I just looked out my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. Mm-hmm. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door. And I seen a man run out of the car down the road towards my yard. And I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute. And I was calling him because it was his dumpster. And I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Did you see if anybody was...
Why would she just call the police immediately?
I seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat.
Now wait a goddamn minute. For you to just be peeking through your window, you sure as hell notice a goddamn lot. She done told the officer every goddamn thing that happened. When the hell was you gonna call? So instead of calling the police, you called the neighbor of the dumpster owner? What the hell is going on? It happened 20, 30 minutes ago. So she could have called the cops freshly when it happened. You done watched the man 3 or 4 shots, car run into a dumpster. They get out, start running in her yard. She like, hey, what the F are you doing? So they run a different direction. You watch all this. And nothing was like, let me call the cops. No, let me call the neighbor to let him know somebody hit his goddamn dumpster. Am I the only one that thinks this woman is crazy, okay? She definitely is a nosy neighbor, but she done got her dose of all the time she been peeking out the window. This the one time she shouldn't have been peeking out the goddamn window.
And I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence, as police found several sets of footprints at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded like
I heard the gunshots first.
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads. This made for a difficult search for police, and an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail.
Only 16?
Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were understandably distraught. Detectives
and
first
they should be
with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with.
Hospital for?
She had a gunshot wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when I
This
said.
is what I've been trying to tell her. You're hanging around with Drew.
Kenneth hurried
Huh?
to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa.
Hanging with a who?
Layla's grandmother only seemed to
sorry, that
become
was
more
kinda funny.
distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Shot.
Lisa,
What?
come here. Lisa, have a seat right here.
Is that a? Oh,
She's gonna be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's why I said I have to. I'm a symptom advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us.
oh my God! How did they get all these details?
We need.
Actual case for Lisa. Lisa, listen, Lisa. Calm down, Lisa. Why would you say that?
That's all we have right now, okay?
Why would you just say I'm not sure? I'm sure they would give you all the details once you get to the hospital. But first of all, Lisa, I need to calm your ass down because we need to get some details on who the hell did this. Who was she with? Who's these radicals that Kenneth is hollering about? But instead, I'm going to tell you she got shot in the head and make it worse. This is the victim's counselor? Who the hell are these people? Oh my God. Maybe somebody called out. So she was just like, he called and was like, hey, I can't make it in. Can you fill in? She was like, I'm just a desk clerk. He was like, I don't care. Ain't nothing going to happen today. She said, all right, this is the last time. And then you get this call. And she telling the damn grandmama that the girl got shot in the damn. Oh my God. I want to.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew. Early on March 31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found, police discovered a second victim.
Oh.
Also suffering from a gunshot wound.
Suffering?
There's no doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents,
Still
the detectives
alive?
desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found two victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with and I'm gonna tell you everything, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, well, let's get the names, Lisa.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo. She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information.
You
about
blocked
her
out his
activities
face, but
the day
told his
before the
whole
shooting.
damn name?
Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille,
Okay.
she was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardian.
Is Camille the other one
several
shot?
weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
Had to been
There
there.
was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting,
Man, I got a feeling Camille is gone.
Sight of her at the park once or twice, and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day, and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to, like, you know, like, I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is? Yeah. Okay, so apparently, like,
Trap house.
this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're, like, friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire.
That's the
track left at
16-year-old's
crime scene.
car?
The police
Damn.
hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night.
This got nothing to do with this, but when I was that age, I had a 1977 Buick Skylark. Damn, tires have changed. That's tough. And there was no goddamn 77. Don't y'all be thinking I'm that goddamn old, okay? It was way later. Ain't no damn way I should have had a 77 car. And it is what it is. At least I had one, though. Can't complain about that.
Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is, like, his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob,
Damn.
and stuff like that. So,
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
well, there was this kid 3-5, but I don't know his real name.
3-5 and
What's
Reaper.
3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little
Is he
kid.
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3-5. They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense.
Damn.
When detectives asked him about 3-5,
So Rob was already locked
he
up.
directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old.
Damn.
Since Chris and
Shocking.
Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversation.
Rob looked like Young Thug.
Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to
Nothing to
arrive.
do with it either.
I don't understand what the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in there?
Damn, shit just opening up doors. And...
He's in the other room right here.
They talking to him?
No. They're all getting their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. After almost 2 hours of waiting,
Damn.
she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
Where the hell is shirt at?
Can I put you on a hood? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Did you have another jacket? Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
The detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris, all the time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old. After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
Oh, hell. Here it comes.
What I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we made some eat. Then we watched TV. Yeah. I went to sleep for a little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you with your mom here crying and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing
Is she crying?
and shameful position.
She don't look like she crying to me.
Repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest. He it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and it involved that nobody else would.
Wait, y'all believe this? Do y'all think Rob has already told him what happened? I know this is a tactic, and this boy is 12, so he doesn't know any better. He's gonna be like, "Damn, Rob told him. All right, officer. So this is what happened. But at the mall, right? There were 2 dudes and there was 3 girls, and then we was like, bap, bap, bap." But mom over there, she believed in the story. That's the problem. Not the little boy. The boy's supposed to, but the mom's supposed to be like, "So y'all mean to tell me Rob lied on my boy?" That's what I would have been doing. What? She sound like she already knowing, ain't saying nothing.
Some of the details.
Look at her.
Points finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper, was also being questioned. Just like Chris,
So wait, did Rob really?
America were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of.
Okay, wait, real quick. So this is true because if you look at the timestamp above, this is 53 minutes and 50 seconds in. When they're talking to the 12-year-old, they're past 2 hours. So, okay. Well, he probably already spilled the beans. He's a rat. Ain't no way I'm snitching unless I'm getting out free. Did I say that out loud?
Side by side, one being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder.
So he's in there for like other stuff. He's like, wait, what, a murder?
Mm-hmm. So,
The first ones you named is believable. The last one you named
Well,
is not. You don't have the heart to keep it going. I know that for a fact.
okay, what'd you do on Thursday all day?
I mean, I was home all day. Like, I was home all Thursday.
Okay, who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I ain't go no. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
We just chilling. Literally, like we were just chilling.
Okay. Was anybody with at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
Supposed to drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Layla, and it was another girl with him. I don't know her name.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used.
Okay, so he's kind of telling some
Father
truth.
had last seen him about 6:30 last night, around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group. Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation. As for the unnamed girl, the police likely wondered if she could be the missing Camille and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Rob?
Oh, why do y'all keep asking?
Okay. I just wanted to ask him because we've been working.
He already said he didn't go nowhere though.
Nothing happened, bro. I'm telling you,
You understand?
How you understand that night? Like I only seen Sosa one time that day.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay. We know you were with 7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV footage,
Oh.
police believe that Rob, a
Damn, Rob.
friend group, had been
Why y'all didn't say that before?
vehicle
Oh, you talking about 7?
that night. As serious as these crimes were, they paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris,
Wait, how did they know he was in the
tried to
truck?
Make him understand the severity of the situation.
Well, you need to say no. If you ain't
Now's the time.
now whole story. Now you told me to get out of the house Thursday when I told you not to, and you finna speak. You better talk right now.
Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So we know what what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be.
I wonder if she knows there was a murder. Because why is she trying to?
What happened and why it happened.
He knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, aka Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Rob, right? Your buddy. You need to think about protecting yourself.
The disturbing meaning behind KTM will be revealed in due time. For now, the fact that the police knew about the